Hello everybody, I am Brett's Bricks, and this is LEGO Transformers Steamrail. Roll the intro. As you can see, Steamrail is a steam engine, or as others call it, a train. Now this is the final member of my old-fashioned vehicle team that I started months and months ago. Why I haven't posted since? Procrastination, school, all kinds of things got in the way. But anyway, enough of that. Let's get to this Transformer. This is just a random minifigure that I pulled out of my Lego box, just so you can see how big he is compared to a minifigure. You see, she is a good scale with Steamrail, I'd say. A good train size. Moving her out of the way and focusing on the main attraction, Steamrail is a black and dark green engine to a train. You see there's a lot of detail that I made very sure to include, like this wheel right here. I don't know what it's for, it just looked cool. The main smokestack along with these. The main light in the front. There was a lot of designs to trains I could have chose from, but I really wanted that old-fashioned classic circular front end of a train. Apologize if any of you are train fanatics and know exactly all the names of all the different train parts. I am not one of those people. You'll see I did make sure there were pistons on the wheels. That's a very common and important trait, I'd say, to a train. So I made sure to include that. There are 10 wheels on either side. They're actually just generic car wheels that I pulled the tires off of. I think they do a really good job of giving that train wheel look. Looking in the back, I don't know how well you can see that, but there actually is detail on the inside, including a little dashboard and a steering wheel. Looking at the top, he is an Autobot, so I have an Autobot symbol right there. Moving him back down, I'd say he does a good job of looking like a train. There's not much else to say. He rolls very well, with or without a track. Since he does turn into a train, it's kind of hard for me to imagine him only riding on tracks, as he is a super advanced alien robot. Makes sense, I'd say. So I can see him randomly going off the rail and chasing after Decepticons or doing whatever he needs to do. Even though I'm sure that would break the robots in disguise illusion. But anyway, enough rambling. Let's get to the main attraction. His robot mode. To get Steamrail in his robot mode, it is actually surprisingly simple. Moving her out of the way, let's start from the back. This whole segment comes right off. Now, they're probably going to be like, oh no, parts forming, this thing sucks. Well, this actually has a pretty important use later. Moving this off to the side, this is the actual robot. A little less impressive, but still train-like in itself. You'll see it is quite gappy back here and on the bottom without the segment we just pulled off, but that is all going to come to be important later. To start, first thing I do is take these and loosen them up. It's important to loosen them up because these will be folding up like that. Move them back so you can see better. From there, if you look at the bottom, you'll see, I don't know how well you can see this, there is black. There's two brackets right here. What they do is they actually hold this whole bottom segment in place. So, you need to wiggle this out, make sure this stays in the right spot, and disconnect. Wiggle this out, and disconnect. Like that. Readjusting the camera, you can see that he's kind of a mess. Looks kind of like an exploded train. Well, now that we unpegged these from these bottom brackets right here, they will fold all the way down. I'm sure you can imagine what these will become. But these are quite lanky. Not to mention they don't have feet or look really anything like legs, as I'm sure you know they are. Well, that's because you still have to transform them. To transform them, first you rotate them to the side like this and fold them in half. This hinge is really loose. I'm going to have to get it replaced. Anyway, fold them in half like this. Now, you'll see the pistons on the side of the wheels hang down now. That is because these pistons are actually his feet. Whoops. That happens. It is Lego. Like that. Now we can set them down. Push them back so you can see them all. Now he still looks a little strange, as you can see. From here, these air canisters on the side rotate around to kind of become waste cannons, I guess you could say. I don't really know what they are, they just look cool. From there, this cow catcher in the front folds up to help create more of his chest. Well, he's pretty loose right now. But don't worry, his balance will fix once we get rid of all this in the back. Now, these that folded up reveal this large section. These are actually, quite simply, his arms. What you do is you just rotate them out. Like that. Rotating him to the front. Just take these and rotate them forward. So now, Steamrail has his arms. You'll see these are the brackets that held the legs in place earlier. These will fold in, like that. We're almost done. All that's left now is to take this upper section that we folded up, open it up, and rotate it down. This technically would be kibble, but it actually creates a really cool cape, I think. So I'm okay with that. Last but not least, take this and fold it up, because that is his head. Rotating him around and adjusting him how I like to pose him. Here is Steamrail in his robot mode. Now, in my opinion, Steamrail is an awesome looking robot. He is a very interestingly proportioned robot, as you can see, with short legs and very long arms. I initially thought this would bug me, but it's actually come to be one of my favorite things about him. His arms are actually quite poseable, having a full 90-degree bend at the elbow and a very wide range at his elbow, be it it's on 2 ball joints. His legs are also on ball joints, so he got all kind of movement. His head, sadly, is not that poseable, only being able to go up and down, but I don't really move it much because it kind of breaks the illusion I have with this piece. Now, you might be wondering, what about that large segment you took off earlier? Well, moving him out of the way and moving that in frame, here it is. Not the most beautiful looking thing. Now, this is where the humans would sit when they're driving and stuff, as you know, but it's also more than that. You see, it is also his weapon. Steamrail, by his appearance, I knew instantly he was a transformer who needed a big weapon. He needed something that would mow down an entire army. Well, I made sure to build him one. But you have to transform it as well. To transform his weapon, first thing you do is you open this up, like this. Looks a bit strange, but that's because this is actually the tripod, so that it can stand. Moving it back, and adjusting the camera. It is a very simple transformation, I forgot to say, because you'll see it's pretty much done. Because from here, all you do is bend this like this, and fold it down. And there you have Steamrail's Gatling gun. Taking a better look at this Gatling turret, it is quite cool looking, I think. The details I put into it for train mode, I do not think sacrifice at all the way it looks in turret mode. I actually think it increases and makes the look even better. Gives that extra reminder that it used to be the cockpit area to a train, or whatever you want to call it. These smaller smokestacks that were on the top of the train later become this large clip dangling down from the turrets, which I love. I think it gives a really cool look, and I like to imagine this gun shooting hundreds of bullets at a time if it really needed to. I also forgot to mention that a minifigure can in fact fit in the driving area if need be, although it is a little snug. Now setting this off to the side, let's get the whole thing together. Here is Steamrail with his Gatling turret, and I think that looks totally awesome. Anyways, that's about it. I want to thank you guys for sticking this long in the video. Tell me down in the comments what you think of my new intro, if you think I should change it, or anything else in the video you think I should change. But other than that, thank you for watching. This is LEGO Transformers Steamrail. I am Brett's Bricks, and thank you for watching.